Hello and welcome back to Here We Toe. It's Tintertum Tuesday again. I've just made some sausage rolls and I've got some leftover pastry. So what do I do with it? Good question. Well, I'm going to attempt to make a dessert. So if you want to see me make a further mess of my cooking, stay with me and join me after this. So what am I going to make? I'm not really sure, but I know what I'm going to put in it. I'm obviously going to have the puff pastry left over from the sausage rolls, which I want to use up. That's the whole idea. In that, I'm going to put chocolate spread, which I absolutely love. I've got some cookies, some mini marshmallows, a banana. I've got the egg that I've already beaten to make egg wash from the previous cook, scissors, knives, and a spoon. These ingredients literally cost a couple of pounds. This is quite a cheap pudding. I'm also going to need a sheet of greaseproof paper, and then after that I can get going. So let's crack on. So we've got the greaseproof paper. It's not something I've ever used before because I don't cook. And we'll get the roll of pastry out. As I said before on the sausage rolls, this is shop bought puff pastry. It's got a good date on it. You keep it in the fridge, and once opened it will last for about 3 days, so you can get some good use out of it. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to make 2 different types of dessert puff pastries if I've got enough pastry. I'll roll it out and see how it's looking. So there we go. What I have realised is you do have to be quite careful with pastry. I know I can be a little bit rough with things sometimes and rush at them, but I think it's better to be slow and steady with this stuff. So I'm just going to peel it off the paper that it comes on, because I don't think that's particularly edible. So there we go. So there's the pastry that I've got left out of a whole roll after making a couple of sausage rolls. So we'll put that there. Next thing, we're going to get the chocolate spread. That's going on all of this. And when I put it on, I want to leave an edge, because when I fold it over, I'm going to egg wash the edges and push down on the pastries. Now this has been in the fridge, but it's been out a little while, so I'm hoping it has just started to soften up. So I'm just going to spread that on. There's no method, just sort of smear it on with a knife. Totally up to you how much of this you put on, and obviously you can buy better quality. This is just, I think, Lidl's own, but if you like to spend money, you can buy Nutella. So there we go. Slapped on there, and a bit more on that end there. There we go. So we've got lots of chocolate spread. I don't think this is particularly healthy. If you're on a diet or anything, maybe wouldn't make this. So there we go. Bob the lid back on. Now the knife, I haven't got a plate to put it on, so I will just do that, because I've got a thing about making a mess. Now I'm going to do 2 different halves, as I've said, because I don't know how well these are going to cook. So I might just make one giant one and hope for the best. Banana. I don't know how well banana cooks with pastry. Probably not very well. So I've got one single banana. I'm just going to cut some little pieces off. If you don't like banana, don't use it. There we go. I'll just try a little bit, because this could be a total disaster. So there we go. Bob that on there. If you have used banana to cook and you know how well it cooks, you'll know how well this is going to go. There we go. So there's some banana. Right. These are chocolate chunk cookies. Again, Lidl, cost, I don't know, 50p or something. I don't know. I'm going to give these a go. Cut the pack open. I'm not going to need much. And what I don't use, Jules, I'm sure will eat. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break them up a bit. Just bob them on here, because obviously you don't want to eat a giant cookie in a pastry. So there we go. I must say the banana smells amazing. I do like bananas. Not really had them like this before, but there we go. Right, so that's a bit of cookie on there. Hopefully that'll do. Oh, escapee. Right, there we go. So that's one cookie. And what I'm going to add on next are some mini marshmallows. There we go. Again, don't know, 50 pence or something. No idea. Certainly weren't a lot, otherwise I wouldn't have bought them. So I do like little marshmallows as well. So I'll sprinkle a few onto my hand. There we go. I would imagine when I bob this on to cook, I'm going to cook it on the cob. And I would imagine when they go on, they should melt and go all nice and squidgy. Or at least I hope that's what happens. There we go. Oh, I think we can afford a few more down at the bottom end. And then if you do have any more left over, you can always use these in hot chocolate, which is nice. A few more, as if we haven't got enough calories on there already. There we go. Right, hopefully that should be about right. There we go. Right, so we've got the guts of the pastry. What I'm going to do now is get the egg wash. Now, what I'm going to do with this is just bob it round the outsides, so when I fold the pastry over, it should hold it all together. I think that's the idea anyway. So you can use a little egg wash brush, or you can just use a clean finger. I haven't got an egg wash brush, because I don't do any cooking and it'd be a total waste. There we go. Hopefully this will work. If it doesn't, well, if it doesn't, it doesn't. There we go. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to fold this over just carefully on top of there and down onto the other edge of the pastry. Just give it a little squidge down. Hopefully that'll seal it. When you first get your pastry out of the fridge, it's a little bit more stiff and then it warms up as you go along. Right. Hopefully that will do. Now what you need to do is put a bit of the egg wash just over the top to give it a glaze. There we go. Well, that's what I've been told. So we've egg washed him up. There we are. Super. Don't know how well that'll work. And then what I'm going to do, because this is a large pastry and it is puff pastry, I'm just going to put a couple of little holes in there just so it doesn't explode in the cob or something. And now I need to get that onto my grease-proof paper. I'm just going to be careful with this because it's got warmer, it's a little bit stickier, so just be careful if you're going to start moving it. And I know you're all just expecting it to fall apart, so am I. There we go. And we're on. Hopefully that will fit on the cob. Jules will tell me if it doesn't. So there we go. That is a chocolate, cookie, banana and marshmallow puff pastry, which I've never made and I've no idea what's going to happen to it, but we'll find out. So I'll throw it on the cob and we'll see how we go. See you soon. So here we have it. After 40 minutes on the cob, the puff pastry chocolate cookie marshmallow banana chocolate spread mess is done. I think the fuel on the cob had cooled off a bit because I did the sausage rolls, so maybe the fuel needed to be a bit hotter just to make it look a little bit darker, but nonetheless I'm pretty happy with it. So we'll take the paper out, and here is the finished product. Ooh, do I dare cut into it? Here we go. I've no idea if this is going to have worked or not. There we go. Well, it's certainly steaming through. I don't think we can see much, but the chocolate and banana seems to have cooked through. And what I'll do is I'll just cut through here again. There we go. And then into here, so we can have a look at it. I think it's going to be a messy one. There we go. Right. Oh, it's red hot, so bear with me. I'll probably end up with a 3rd degree burn, but that might make me quieter. So here we go, stand by. No, it's hot. Wow. Despite the fact it's red hot, it's actually pretty amazing. The banana is really strong, and it's all gone really squidgy as well. So it's not like a big lump of it. And I think the biscuits even, I think it's all just dissolved into one big gunky mess. So to be fair, for a cheap dessert with a blob of vanilla ice cream, it's worth a go. So I'll just let the plane go overhead, but as it goes, for a first effort for me on a dessert, I'm pretty pleased with it. As always, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Just gonna have some more. That's pretty good.